and welcome to Sylvan Mist Designs. Today I've got the last two in my set of these cutout mugs. With the dark green, I've decided to go for a 4-color palette. I've got this light gray, white, and then for the colors, I took dark burgundy and the cinder rose. Now the cinder rose is actually the folk art instead of the decor Americana, but the other three are deco art. Something different that I wanted to do today as well. I want a nice big bottom here. And what I'm actually going to do is this line here is going to be the bottom. This is going to be the center dot. So again, it's going to be real nice and fat and chunky. Unfortunately, I don't have any tools that are actually that size, but I do have a paintbrush. So I'm actually going to use a brush to do this bottom section here and get that out of the way first. I'm going to start with the darkest color and then we're going to work outwards. Now, had I known in advance that this particular one, I was going to do the large bottom, honestly, I probably would have drawn that out and not colored the bottom in the green, but you know. Yep, 2 coats look like that's enough. Now that I've got that in there, I gave that just a moment to dry. And then let's go in with pink, I think here, this rose. Now I'm going to start in the center and go outwards with the dots. Now I'm going to stray from that just a little bit and go into the white. Now let's see, actually probably gray. I'm going to do a 6. I want to get a couple of really nice big fat dots down here. Let's start this out with a small walked dot. Into that gray again, and I'm going to do a 5 this time. Gonna get another nice dot there. And we're going to turn that into swoosh. Let's get it pulled straight down. this is a 4 we're using to fill in this space. Turn that upside down. It's actually easier to do these upside down. Scooch that over. Now I think I'll take my 4, go into this light, we're going to go upside down. We're going to cap that with a 3.5. Now I need a little bit more filler in here. Let's see, what do we want to do? I'm going to go ahead and use a 5. I don't want to use too much of this burgundy. I do want it to be more of the gray, the rose, and the white, and then this just sort of like is an accent color. So I'm going to take, let's do white. This is a 5. Let's get a couple dots. I seem to be working mostly upside down for this one, right? Now there's a little bit of a space from where I put it and where I wanted it to be. So what I'm going to do is come back in. We're going to draw in a little landing dot here. Get some swishes in here, and I'm going to utilize my nail art tool for that. I actually somehow forgot the dots on either side of this one. Make sure I get those in first. Okay, let's try that part again. I'm going to go into the burgundy here in the small 0.5, same one I usually use to pull down my swooshes. Alright, now I'm going to stay with that same tool, but now I'm just going to go into the white. And I'm going to get some micro dots here. Okay, so to fill this in, I'm I'm just gonna get a 2 in the gray. I'm just gonna add that right down at the bottom. Now these should be pretty well dry. So I'm gonna take the white and we're gonna get these, the top dot. And then the same with this. And then the very last thing that I want to do is on these, let's see, do we want gray or white? I think white will probably stand out better. So then I'm going to take and do another top dot down here on the very bottom of these. And then last but not least, we're going to give our little crowns a little touch of burgundy here as well. All right, and then I think I'm going to call these ones done. Once these are dry, I'm just going to take my eraser. I will actually show you what I use because I usually don't show this on camera. But once I'm done, I actually have an art eraser. This is a 4B. You can kind of see that. This one I actually got as part of another art set at some point, I don't know, years ago. So just kind of carried it along with me. But again, it's a 4B art eraser, so it's very, very soft. And this is just charcoal. This is a charcoal pencil that I've used to draw these lines. And once this is dry, then I will just take the eraser to the whole thing, get those off, and then I have actually just been painting over these with the Duraclear gloss varnish. So that works pretty good. I didn't actually use a coat of it prior to painting, so it really does absorb. So I take probably about 2 to 3 coats of that, and I will show you the finished product of the ones prior, okay? Now, these are all double-sided. They've all been painted on the back, and then they have also been varnished. So as you can tell, they're very nice and shiny now. All right, and again, this was after 2 coats, maybe even 3 coats of that gloss varnish. I was thinking about taking these and putting a resin over them so that they could potentially be coasters if somebody had wanted them to, but I decided against that. But that's what's going to happen to these ones as well. I hope they turn out just as shiny and as beautiful as the other ones that I've done. I certainly hope that you've enjoyed this series. Now this last one, I'm a little on the fence about the colors. If you like them, please let me know. If you don't, please let me know. Like I said, this green is one of my favorite greens, and I just wasn't able to find a really great color combination for it. But if you can think of something else other than the whites and the grays, I'd love to hear about it because I really, really want to continue to use that green. Okay, and again, guys, if you've made it this far, please take a moment to stop, subscribe, and hit a like. Throw me a comment, and I will see you guys next time. I certainly do appreciate it. Take care.